biggest victory was in 1980 when someone in the government decided that they wanted to beautify Bangalore. That meant tearing down the demolishing slum housing that the rich found to be an eyesore. I'm reading a book. Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on High TV, your luxury channel, and we are checking out the Colombo Court Hotel down Duplication Road, made possible by our friends at LICC Jeans. So excited to be here. It's such a beautiful city hotel and I have so much to talk about, and at the same time so much to eat. This show is about food, and I'm talking to a very talented young man all the way from Melbourne, Australia, and he has come here to give back to this country through music, and that's of course Rushan. I'm at Colombo Court Hotel right here for Danu on Fire, made possible by our friends at LICC Jeans. Thank you so very much for joining us right here on High TV, your luxury channel. And this property is just absolutely amazing. I've come here so often and I'm so happy that I was able to bring the show here. And I'm checking out Loft. It's a place where they give some great deals, especially after work. If you're driving by, super place to stop. With me on the show, I'm so proud of this gentleman who's seated next to me. He has come all the way from Australia. We caught him on the very tail end of his trip here. Actually, when I say tail end, it's actually at the end, before he runs off to Australia once again. He brought the Concord Choir to Sri Lanka, a choir that he works with in Australia. Melbourne, right?
That's correct.
Everyone is in Melbourne, no? So, so he was able to find like 70 people to fly down. What an income to our country, I tell you. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I must say the chef has been very thoughtful and quite considering of the fact that we are quite thin. He has given us a salad. The name of the salad will be displayed at the bottom because I lost the urge to come to know more. Yeah, so it looks yummy though.
Too healthy actually.
Yeah, it looks. This is just the base apparently.
Right.
We have a tender chicken breast coming.
Right.
Yeah. To start things off, how are you doing?
Great. It's been a great trip so far.
Everyone calls you Rukshan, no? Although you repeatedly say Rushan.
Yes, I don't know why. Surely my name is not that difficult in this country, especially.
Yeah, Rushan.
Rushan.
It's just that it's such a common name. They just took a letter out.
Yes, and they added a few more. Some people say Rukshan, Ruksan, yeah, different.
But
one.
no, your parents could have just
yeah,
kept the K and just made it easy for you. Right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But
Rushan
made my life difficult.
Yes. So Rushan and I go back in time. This was in 2000. Actually, 2000.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did a concert called That All Be One, correct?
that's correct.
At All Saints Cathedral.
That's
correct?
correct.
Oh my God, I'm so good. It was an orange color poster.
That's right.
There you go. And so that's the first time that St. Peter's College, the alma mater that I sort of champion, had to go and train these very amateur singers how to sing.
I don't know about the training part. Let's get that right. We both had a common choir director.
Yes, yeah.
That's the reason.
But we had to just set the pace.
Not really. I think I was a higher soprano than you. Let's just get that right.
Yeah, fine. Screeching is also singing. So how is it? So what happened to you after the year 2000?
My mother said, if you stay here, you won't do anything apart from singing. Not necessarily the best career move. So she said, why don't you go? And then the plan was just to stay there for 3 years.
Okay.
And then come back. But then I've been there now nearly 14 years.
My God.
Long
Cheers
time.
to coming back to
Cheers.
Sri Lanka.
Thank you very much.
All right.
And then, surprisingly, I finished studies. When I say surprisingly, because I'm a chartered accountant, because a lot of people think,
You
really? Chartered accountant? Yeah, so I finished that and then decided to stay there because at that stage, one of my brothers were living there, so
okay.
that made it easy. But my parents were still here, so
Right.
especially my mom. So I was coming back and forth to see her. But 6 years ago, they migrated as well. I mean,
So home,
everyone
sweet
is there.
home is there.
That's right.
Okay, so tell me about living in Australia. It's like living in Sri Lanka, right? Just,
Definitely, especially in Melbourne.
yeah, less traffic.
Uh,
Of meeting into more curious people.
Definitely, and then the food. I mean, there's so many Sri Lankan stalls there.
You
so
have coconut milk powder, no?
coconut
There
milk
you
powder,
go.
EGV,
Oh my
Mari, biscuit.
My.
Yeah, so you have everything there.
Yeah, you have just moved to a better looking hood.
Definitely,
Yeah.
better looking hood.
That's
So it's fantastic. There's so many Sri Lankans in certain parts in Melbourne, so it's been really good. So I mean, hence we started the choir.
Yeah,
because there's
just
so many
bringing
Sri
all the
Lankans.
Sri Lankan voices together.
That's correct.
Okay, so now your full-time job requires a lot of your. Accounting is not easy, no?
Yeah. So actually,
Like accountants tend to commit suicide fast. I'm told.
no. Then I actually only was an accountant for a few years. Now, then I was very fortunate.
Can you also eat?
Yeah,
Because this show is
sure.
also about food.
All right. Okay.
I need you to tell me how the food is.
Sure.
Okay.
But then the company I joined has been fantastic, and then I am currently, don't laugh, I'm currently the chief executive officer for a multinational health company. So from an accountant, I went to take that.
You know,
So it is.
I should have just kept it to that all be one and moved on from there because I actually am regretting what I've been doing in the past 14 years with my life. Okay, fine. So that's great. So that's brilliant. So you are into their health.
Yeah.
We have so much to talk about. How is it to be just normal here in Sri Lanka, and how great he has made something out of his life, because I have to speak about the Concord Choir and also what he does. So much to talk about when we do come back. Do stick around. It's Danu on Fire. Eat the salad quickly because we have the mains coming your way after this. I'm at the Loft and welcome to our second segment right here on Danu on Fire. This is High TV, your luxury channel. Big shout out goes out to our friends at LICC Jeans and of course La Ceylon, and the hospitality that we get here is brilliant. So I'm having chicken breast made to its finest tenderness. Something on those lines, but it looks divine. It looks like a piece of art. Do you want to eat and then talk?
I know anything you
Okay.
like. Okay. We are eating.
I just had to like dig in. So while we dig in, because the problem is for me, I have time to eat.
Right.
Because you're the one who has to answer the questions, no?
Sure.
So I will quickly ask you. Now tell me, you came to Sri Lanka for this Concord Choir.
Yeah.
First tell me about Concord Choir. Why Concord, the name? You know, when you're Sri Lankan, you can't have Concord. You know what we had a
Yes, it's
Concord.
a chord, and we just had the CO
And
and
we also had a cinema called Concord, no?
oh, really? Clearly,
You
I
remember
didn't
that?
know.
Ayyo.
Not with a H though.
Ah,
CONCH.
just like your name.
Yes. Just making life a bit difficult.
So
yeah.
tell me.
So we started 5 years ago. So, when we were talking that Melbourne has got so many Sri Lankans, but we also had a lot of, disconnected Sri Lankans. So we
Okay,
had
good.
like a Sinhalese service and a Tamil service. So couldn't all Christians come together and have one service because they still have had issues.
Really?
Yeah. So then we had Reverend David Parker, who's an Australian priest, who came to Sri Lanka and fell in love and said, let's just do something in Australia.
Okay. And let's merge everyone together.
And then 3 things the Sri Lankans love: cricket, I had no idea about it, food, too much, and music. So we said, okay, let's put all 3 and have a harmony day where we bring all Sri Lankans. So the Tamils, the Sinhalese, Muslim, the Burghers, everyone.
Although they have gone to this one country where they could be together, they were still finding their corners.
Yeah. So and then we were not so sure whether we will have anyone. So that was the start. Then initially we called it the Harmony Choir. Because it was associated with the Harmony Day.
Yeah.
And then for the first event, we had nearly 400 people.
Wow.
So we all thought, okay. But we did have a lot of questions. Is this event going to be recorded? Are they going to be photographed? Is this going to be problems? Are you politically... Because they had this nervous, is there something, there's a hidden agenda, which we didn't. We just wanted to bring everyone together.
And just sing and just be joyful.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
So luckily, that was just a start. So that was about 5 years ago. So we kept on, and every year I kept saying, let's just do something new. And then 5 years, so we said, okay, let's go to Sri Lanka. And of course, the Easter attack happened. So at that point,
things became shaky again.
Yeah, shaky again. Because there's a few people, Danu, similar to you, who lived in Jaffna, who didn't want to come back because they were a bit nervous.
They've been scarred for good.
Yeah.
And
so
for them it's painful. Yeah.
So therefore they said, So we had a few people last minute who said, no, we are not coming.
Oh, wow.
And also we had few people who joined. Because I said to the choir, if we don't go this year, we will never go.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, we can postpone everything to the next year.
But you have to push the envelope.
That's right.
Especially when the situation is so raw.
Yeah. So we said, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what type of music does is it always going to be, Christian?
No, not necessarily. I mean, because we still have, in our choir, we have Hindus, we have Buddhists, we have Muslims. So we do sing, everything to anything. I mean, from, very classical Mozart pieces to very own Bhati and Santosh work. So we do sing. I mean, our concert, which you were there, I mean, we had pretty much everything. The variety. We do sing musicals, to the classical, to the Sinhalese, the Welsh, because of my connection to the Welsh choir. So we do sing everything. And also just the choir itself, we do have people who have sung for years. And we have people who have never sung in their life, but who love singing.
Okay.
Or have just come.
And also to sort of reconnect and share experiences.
Yeah. I mean, I think a tour like this always brings people together, because most of the time when you go to a rehearsal, you just go rehearsal and then finish and come. Whereas this has been really an eye-opening, a fantastic opportunity for people to just take that extra few minutes and to really ask the extra questions.
And also these people will go back and speak to the other choristers who were skeptical about coming here, and open their eyes to what this country is about.
And especially I can remember the Candy concert, when we were singing our last people, I could see half of the choir just in tears because they knew this is the end of the whole tour. So
and also really Candy being such a closed area of our country, it's amazing how things have changed, and for these people who have gone 30 years ago, it's brilliant.
So it's been really good.
Sometimes you might just think it's a concert, but it has a bigger story to it. We're going to speak more, but right now we're going to finish this food. We'll see you on the other side. Do stick around. It's Danu on Fire. Conversation with Rushan here at the Loft, the Colombo Court Hotel. Got that right. I don't know, I've been making a few mistakes today. Alright, so we have got strawberry panna cotta. Looks nice.
It's divine.
You're still far away from the food, no sin. I'll bring it closer to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Alright, so let's speak about the talent you have witnessed this time. Now, you have come all these days on holiday and things like that. No, but this time around you came to see voices, hear them, perform with them. How was it? You worked with a few choirs this time around.
Yeah. So I worked with Wesley College, being my own school.
How are they?
Really good.
Are they missing some technique from me?
No, not really.
really? Okay, fine.
We never lacked. We never lacked that. No, they were really good. And then I worked with Visakha. To be honest, Visakha was a mystery to me because Visakha is never known for the choral.
Yeah, and also like choir.
Yeah,
during our time at least.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean now it's trained by Rohan, so that was the connection. But they have been really really good because they won the All Ireland Championship and fantastic, really good girls. And then of course the Trinity boys, divine to work with because they came to the cathedral event as well as the Gaul and then Trinity.
Wow, so they sort of commuted with you all throughout.
Throughout the
That's
whole
great.
thing. So it was fantastic in that way. I mean, we were very lucky to have some fantastic musicians like Surekha, Shobi, Navi.
And they all performed live, and not on tracks. And
all
that's
live,
amazing.
and then we had very limited rehearsals because we were just coming. But the talent was just remarkable. We don't. But there's a lot of really talented people in Australia, but there's something when you really work with your own people.
Yeah. And also it feels like you are really uplifting the group where you belong to.
That's right.
Isn't this so good?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's divine.
So I was like, oh God, I can't talk right now.
Yeah.
That's really good. So, in terms of Melbourne and how they see Sri Lanka, to those who are from other nationalities, I'm sure you work with multiple of them. How has it been, sort of speaking about Sri Lanka?
It's been really, when the country was named as the place to go, I mean, I think a lot of people have been really fascinated to come. And then the Easter attack really put some sort of a dent.
Yeah.
But then I think now people are just getting
And
back.
I think people have come because there are attacks happening in so many countries.
I mean, it happened in New Zealand.
Of course, there are attacks happening in the US. There are people
Yeah.
going around with guns shooting people.
Yeah.
The point is because we come from a past which was
Yeah.
also very scary.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, but I think now people are more open, and I had a lot of Australian friends who came with me to see the concerts, and I'm sure they will go back and say what a wonderful country we have. So I think overall, I think it's going to take some time, but I think we will be back there again, and that is one reason why we wanted to come and show everyone that
Living in Australia, do you feel Sri Lankan living in Australia, or you now feel Australian?
I've lived half of my life there now, so it is strange. When I am there, I say I'm going home. Now when I'm here, I say I'm going home. So it's one of those very strange things.
Yeah, true.
But Sri Lanka will always be home.
Where's the Australian accent? Can you do an accent for me?
I can't. This is my accent. This is it. This is all
Really?
you will get. I can't do this half-hearted stuff because they don't say they can't say good day, so they say good day.
And for us, it's very good.
Yeah, exactly. People think we are mad, but anyway, this is the only accent you will get from me.
Okay.
Nothing much, but it's lovely. So the Melbourne itself, I mean, we have so many different nationalities. So you feel like you're part of.
So do you hope of taking Concord to other parts of Australia?
We were lucky. We went to Sydney
Okay.
a few times. Actually, I was thinking, I think you get some sort of a urge. Right, okay, we have done now one. Let's go and do another one. So I was thinking maybe, because it takes a lot of time and energy and money. So
I'm happy that you put money last.
yeah. So we'll need about 2 years, and then we'll maybe go somewhere, another country.
Yeah. Where there are people from our hometown who will appreciate the voices that are coming from
That's right.
an island home.
Yeah, and also maybe even challenging ourselves and going to a country where music is really something that they
Last
really
on their line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just go and challenge ourselves because
But it's amazing, right? Although we come from such a wounded country, we are so into entertainment. We
Yeah.
just love to have a good time at any given time.
But again, I think Danu, you'd agree. I think we were very fortunate that at school time we got that great
To
training.
appreciate
Yeah,
to appreciate what music is about.
Yeah.
And
And therefore, it's been really good to bring back. No, I should make a note on the person who really asked me to come and take over the choir is Miss Maheshini Pereira. She was the vice principal of Ladies College.
Okay.
So she's the one who made the call and said, "Would you come and start the choir, the Concord with?" Because she had the idea. She always wanted it.
But was it hard to get the people to come and join the choir?
Surprisingly, no. Absolutely, that is one thing that is remarkable with this choir. You don't have to push them. They're
just there.
They're just there. Whereas here, I find you have to send messages, calls, and half of the
Groups and
people.
all.
No, whereas they just come. So in that way, we are very, very lucky. You just send a message and say the practices. We're just, most of us are going in the next few
as we
hours.
should,
Yeah. And then we have a choir practice on Sunday straight away because we have 2 concerts coming up. So everyone have just replied and said, yep, we'll be there 2:30 for the rehearsal. So in that way, it's fun. And I think this whole tour has really bonded everyone.
And that's amazing.
Yeah. So in that way, they are just waiting to go back and perform because I think they are also
they are giddy and happy at the same time.
Yes, that's true.
I must say, last time while I was shooting with Kaushalya Fonseca, Kaushi, on the episode with Date with Danu, we spoke about the choir she's a part of, and she's a brilliant singer and such a lovely girl at the same time, and she said such great things about you, and we were very keen on supporting whatever you do this time around while you're here. So we are very happy that as the papers, as the TV network, we were able to be there to support you, and we can't wait to see more what you will bring, and the fact that you are bringing it home. And all of them are bringing it home, and that's amazing. Rushan, I'm so proud of all what you have done and all what you have achieved, and I really hope that you will just do 3 times more than what you're doing right now when I see you next time.
Thank you very much. And it is actually quite lovely to see you in your element.
I was waiting for this
element, because I can remember both of us singing together and to see how far you have come from.
I was much more quieter then.
Yeah, a bit questionable, but anyway.
I was very quiet.
If you say so. Right, anywho.
But it to show up, no?
But it is lovely to see
Thanks.
how far you have come. So
In size.
I think we both have.
But before we go, big shout out to everyone here for hosting us, and also our friends at LICC Jeans. Thank you so very much for giving us the fine fit for the show. And last on, and to the whole team who's here, take care and have yourself a great day.